So our next part, that is part 4 of Plato lecture. So in this part we will deal with the theory of communism of Plato. First we had deal with theory of idea, and then in second theory of education, then in third theory of justice, and now we will deal with theory of communism. So if education is the primary machinery, Plato said that if education is the primary machinery to create the ideal state, then communism is the supplementary machinery. Means if with the best or good education we can create ideal state, and if education is not, then communism, this theory communism is a supplementary machinery. Means first if education fail, then communism take part to create the ideal state. So said that if education is the primary machinery, then secondary machinery is communism to create the ideal state. Plato suggests communism of property, communism of family, marriage and wives. Means he given this type of communism, like communism of property, communism of family, marriage and wives. And next we see that the features of Plato communism. So what are the features? So according to Plato, communism is meant only for the guardian class. Means communism, the theory of communism is applied only for the guardian class. In part third we had said that we had learned that guardian class include the ruler class and the soldier class, and the third one, that is producer or uh, copper class, is not included in guardian class. Since they are in power, they can go corrupt. Means communist theory is applied in the ruler class and the soldier class because they are in power in the state, and if this communist theory is not applied on them, then they can go corrupt. So that's why they apply communist theory, so that they not become a corrupt and lead the state with dignity. So communism for producer class is neither possible nor required, since they are men of appetite. Here he is talking about the producer class, which are not included in the guardian class. So producer class is neither possible nor required, since they are men of appetite, and hence they cannot control their desire. And if communism will apply in the producer class, then they cannot produce the good which they are producing with a great effort, because they are men of appetite. Means they are having greed, and in to fulfill the greed, they are producing more and more to fulfill its desire, and they are earning money. Also because they are not in power, they will not have opportunity to be corrupt. If the producer class will also go corrupt, then also there is a no differences in the ruling of the state, because they are not in power. In power there is a only two class, that is guardian class, including ruler class, that is men of gold, and men of silver, that is soldier class. The guardian class will not be allowed to own property and no right to have private family. Means guardian class are not allowed to have property and no right to have private family. There is no private property and no private family of guardian class. Means soldier or ruler class, they don't have private property or private family. Marriage will be controlled by the state, and the state will control the marriage of the guardian class. Means who will marry whom will be decided by the state, and who will marry with whom is decided by the state of guardian class. Only ablaist of Athenian men and ablaist of Athenian women will be allowed. Eugenic purpose, the person who is ableist and the women who is ableist, means who is stronger, they are only allowed to marry with each other. And once their child is born, and after marriage, when child is born, after few months, within a few months, it will be taken in the custody of the state. It will tackle nepotism. Means they will state will take their child in the control of their self, because if they have the right to who guide their children, and to guide their children, then then in future it will give rise to the nepotism. So ruler will not be able to identify his biological child. If the state is taken their child, then in future they are not able to identify biological child. Thus he will treat all children as his child. So thus he will treat all children as his child. Critical evolution by Aristotle. So what are the evolution, what are the criticizes done by the Aristotle?